Hello everyone, so we was going into a rally, but that is being cancelled. Let's stop the video. Hello everyone, so yes, it is another video following up from yesterday's video on what my open field gameplay. I know that video was getting a little bit too long, but as you know, I'm here to continue giving the series and giving you guys what has been going on. So as you can see, the fight does continue from exactly where I left off, right? So we're not wasting. I'm not gonna, you know, be that guy and try and showcase anything crazy. SS1 do drop a giant bear on the area right now, and Boogie, the big leader, is showcasing why he's the leader here, trying to create space for the SS1 alliance. But TM are holding their ground, as you can see, trying to consolidate in this area, but they need to worry about this giant bear. So what do? That is their focus right now. So the yellow bar, if you're wondering, on this giant bear is armor, and then afterwards you have your health. And in response, TM have dropped their Behemoth now, so this is going to be a big fight since the Behemoth is moving forward into an aggressive position. He's fighting the Boogie's troops. Boogie is able to actually tank this because his troops are the Husk, and let's see what his combo is. Husk and Garwood, possibly, I believe. No, it's Nika. We have the Husk Nika DPS tank infantry combo here. So with that in mind, Boogie has sent a mage rally to the pass at the same time. So let's see what this rally is doing. It's going to be a bit of a close one, I believe, but we have more troops obviously coming on the way very shortly, with obviously infantry stacked behind ready to fill it if needed. But Boogie's march is fighting this garrison right now, and it is doing some insane DPS with the Lilia. And what is the Lilia behind it? Is it going to be a Husk? Most likely going to be a Husk. No, he's actually running Lilia Waldia double expertise mages, so that's surprising. I'm surprised that we don't see a Valen here. From a lot of testing I've done, a 5111 Valen is actually superior than the Waldia expertise. It's quite scary. But with that in mind, this is the rally pass combo of Boogie's choice. So let's see how well it does against a Madeline and Garwood combo. It looks like it's slowly dying compared to the pass, so that looks like an L to me. And as you can see, the bed did get absolutely obliterated. So let's zoom back out and consolidate what is going on in the situation right now. So we have the right side here taking control very confidently, pushing these guys back right now. And then you have the left side slowly but surely getting pushed in by SS1. But more troops are on the way, and including myself. Obviously, I've been commentating right now and I've been fighting, but I need to obviously come back in this fight, guys. You know you love the open field gameplay. I know you guys enjoy my commentary as well. So let's try and do both. We're getting rid of both of these marches. We're just focusing on the ranged units yet again. So let's go forward. Again, I'm running the combo of the Phoenix Eye, Shadow Blades, and the Time Bomb for a maximum AoE. And then my combo was Lilia Valen, the Nico, and I'm running Gwanwyn now instead of my Valen. And then I've got the Waldia and Aphis combo here at the moment. So let's try and see what this is going to do. Or should I say Nico and Kanara? I don't know why I said Valen. That's a my mistake, guys. You know, I'm just so hyped and pumped right now. The adrenaline is going through. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, you know, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I say it all the time, but I need more subscribers. From all the analytics I can see, it does say only 30% of the guys who do watch my content are subscribed. So, you know, guys, if that's the case, just hit the button. It's free. It's a really good way to see all the content. It comes out daily, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a little pop-up probably on your phone or through email or PC, whatever way you've got it set up, and you'll know when obviously I have a new upload. So we're going to go back into what's going on right now. I think this is going to be the refresh phase for SS1. If you're wondering, obviously, from all the fighting I've done so far, my stamina is still really high, if you noticed. So like my stamina is still only like 90, but when you look at the amount of fighting I actually did, so let's go to reports, you can see I'm in multiple fights. And this is the reason, because I'm able to start fighting someone, for example, like these units, charge up my energy, and once I charge up my energy, I target someone else, and that means the combat continuously, you know, happens. I don't end the combat phase, and as long as you don't end your combat phase, guys, like I said in the first video, you're gonna be Gucci, you're gonna be able to have a good time, you're gonna be able to have very prolonged fight, as you've seen, and that is the key to obviously maximizing your stamina usage. So we're going back in yet again, so we're going to drop it down. So obviously, as you saw, we've only used somehow between 10 to about 18 stamina so far between the heroes. So now we're going to move in, and we're going to try and help this left side, because this is where the left like bulk of the troops are. Plus we have this keep to deal with, right? So we need to try and stay in some ranged gameplay, as you can see right now. So I'm going to try and get myself into a nice position, and once we get into this nice position, we're going to start abusing our range. So here we are. We're going to try and focus this cavalry unit first, and then we're going to start working our way around, right? So now we see a healthy infantry unit on the left side. So this is what's going to be our main focus right now. We're going to ignore Boogie, because obviously if I target Boogie, I'm going to be taking too much damage, and at the same time, I'm not going to be gaining that much off it. So as you see right now, I've used my troops to charge all of their skills off this Monarch guy, and then I've switched targets to Good Dog and to deploy them, right? And by doing that, that is again skill cycling, guys, and it's a very high mechanic to do in open field. But we've got some guys trying to do some crazy flank here, so let's put them in their place. Let's put a time bomb onto the cavalry unit and focus down these units together. And as you can see, when you focus them down, it is absolute bloodshed. We're going to go and target down the archers, because the archers are really weak and no one's really targeting them yet. And now we're going to go and target the mages, because they're going to be the next free kill to have. And once these guys are dead, we're going to target these mages up at the top, which is Mimo. Boogie is trying to get into the fight. We've got to try and get out of here and try and reposition so his troops don't affect us too much. But we're going to try and use our stamina gauge, because we are in combat, obviously. But as soon as I start hitting him, as you can see, I'm taking massive damage, and I'm not enjoying that. So let's move forward now. That is the combat experience over. So now I've lost 10 stamina, guys. So now I need to get back into combat and maintain the combat. So we're going to start fighting from right side, and we're going to work to our left. Almost if you were playing, you know, at, say, the relics, right? And you're trying to kill the relic guys. Always work like right to left, and have some sort of targeting system as well in your head when you're trying to do this, right? So we don't want to get into combat without us being able to retarget. So we've got some free targets right now. We might be able to blitz down this pass too, because it's really low. Boogie's coming back out. So we're going to pull our troops back out, because we don't want to be the main focus of the Boogie March. Because obviously Boogie is a very scary player, and he's a whale. And if you don't know your whale players, as a free-to-player, you need to know these, because that is one way of actually being a really good mechanical player, right? So we have our builders here on the right side now. We've got some new markers that I've just noticed down on the chat. So I'm going to go over and help these guys get protected. There's these weird marchers doing some crazy stuff here, but they're gonna die if they're gonna stay there, because we've got too many troops here to protect them, right? So this is the plan right now. We're gonna reposition first. Once we get into a nice reposition where I know I can attack multiple targets without having to worry about losing my range, for example, then we're going to be in a good mood. So this guy, for example, is stepping out of line. So we're going to start DPSing everyone down here. So we're going to start down with the Nico, and then we're going to go on to the Wild Deer. Waldia is going to be the next target, and if he's running away, we're going to focus the guys that aren't paying attention here, which is this Lilia and the, obviously, Gwanwyn and the other Waldia on the right side. So I'm going to reposition a little bit on the right, just so I'm in a nice protective zone. Hit this Lilia and hit this Waldia now, because Waldia is really low. Hit onto the Billabay. I've got my artifact skill up, so let's do a big AoE trigger on these guys. They did not like that at all. Now I do another one, followed up with, hopefully, my Phoenix Eye now, if they want to do it. Ooh. They just got out. I only just realized my troops was getting CC'd, or they were silenced by Viola's bow. And because they were silenced by Viola's bow, I wasn't able to actually trigger it off. But I'm waiting for my time bomb here, which is going to get off onto these guys. And now I'm just going to press F1 and D. I'm going to try and get these troops out and safe, and then obviously get more troops back in. But from that excursion, if we just quickly check, as you can see, I'm only on 25 usage on that hero. We're only at 20 on this hero. And then my Waldia down here is on 25. And you saw how much damage and how much fighting I was doing in those fights. So you're able to keep fighting by continuously retargeting troops, right? So if you've not gathered that yet from these two videos so far, I hope you learn that very soon. It's going to make you guys into a really top tier PvP player. So let's see what is going on the middle. The middle is pushing through, trying to get these guys away. As you can see, the fortress has 13 people in this little keep, but we're trying to position on the right side, hugging here. This is because we have a flag being built with a fort drop, as you can see. Well, as you can say, a fort drop. They try to destroy this flag here. So once we destroy this flag, we can flag drop here, and then able us to start pressuring and killing basically this alliance, and then start pushing forward, right? And that's probably the game strategy. So this here is the main battlefield. We're gonna have to hold this line, if you can imagine a horizontal or diagonal line across the screen right now. And that is the game plan. So as you can see right now, we have Wayne and other players from TM controlling the top right side. They're pushing the SS1 Alliance back at the moment, and with even this people still not, you know, I don't understand why these players up here aren't in the Murderball, and this is why I'm going to stress when you're watching this video, guys, play in the Murderball. The funny thing that you can see up here though, the TM Giant has been lured all the way, so it's been useless in this fight. So that is one F, you know, one L on the TM side, but that's a really good mechanic usage by the SS1 Alliance. Or should I say Super Server 11? Should we just call it them? Or let's see what the actual name is, because I haven't even checked them out. They call it the Chaos faction, but it's SS11, so let's call it Super Server 11. So their alliance right now have obviously got this giant bulked up, so that's going to be there for the rest of the combat until it despawns. So now the Boogie is launching another fight right now. He's trying to get through and punish this basically split, because if you think about it, if we zoom out and you have just the blue dots or the blue arrows, you can see that all the troops need to use these lines. So this is the movement lines, right? And all the troops are moving to the right and moving here to protect this area. So if Boogie is able to use his 5 marchers to basically sever the line, almost, you know, like, imagine like in World War II, you know, cutting the supply line. So if he's able to do this and cause problems here, it's gonna obviously cause issues for us to defend from. So it's a really very clever tactic from their side to do, but they need more troops that they are refreshing, as you can see at the moment, to come back down and attack. So this is going to be probably the big boy attack that's going to happen in a moment, so I'm going to wait for it to happen. I'm going to take a quick smooth transition and break, because I need a drink, guys. I can't obviously keep this up without having a nice little sip of a drink. So I hope you enjoyed the video so far. Smash a like, comment and subscribe. But that is me, MrSneakyy, and we're going to go for a quick smooth transition. So yes, we are back at it again, and we are waiting for our troops just to get into the defense line from that amazing transition. But as you can see, we are defending the builders. We have got a 30-minute timer to defend them on, and that is what we are going to accomplish here today. So we're moving our troops into the Murderball. As you can see, I'm calling it in the center almost of the screen. And once we're in this Murderball, we're gonna start prioritizing these targets, right? So once we're here with all my marchers, I've got 2 of them here, and one's lagging a little bit behind because he wasn't a rally, but the poor rally got cancelled. So as you can see now, we're going to start doing some significant damage. I'm just trying to get into a nice position while we wait. I'm just watching the Murderball. You can see we are pushing these guys. They're trying to push through, but we're playing the defensive lane, and that's all you have to do. Just play defensive, basically. If you play defensively like now, and then go into offense, or what you're about to witness me do, then you're going to be in a great spot. So now I'm switching my targets, and I'm always switching targets, guys. So as soon as this new white guy has started showing, I'm already DPSing him down, just because it means my marchers are going to maintain their range they've got. And now a big Phoenix Eye drop on top of everyone, and I'm going to get a time bomb just because I'm a bit cheeky like that. I'm going to move my Nico here, and the way I've pressed him individually is by pressing the 1 key. So by pressing 1, I've just controlled Nico, right? So now I'm pressing 1, getting him into position, and now let's go into DPSing again. So we're going to kill Mr. Good Dog. Apart from, I do love a good dog, but unfortunately this good dog has to be put down, and that is not something I normally would like to say, but that is what it is when it comes to war, guys. A good dog is taking a massive Shadow Blades proc here, and now we're moving forward, trying to kill these guys and finish them off. Kanara is in, as you can see, showcasing how strong she is. I'm pushing them on the far right now, going back into the Murderball. This cavalry is trying to go into the Murderball, and this is what you can't do, guys. You can see how this is the power of playing together. Like, again, it's so insane how strong this is. So I'm enjoying myself, killing some free merits, as you can see right now, for my eyes. Everyone's stepping out of line. Let's go on to the Garwood, because Garwood's really out of line, and because he's out of line, it lets me charge up my skills on him. I'm going to move up a little bit and then start moving on the right, just so I can get onto these guys right here and start. I might have to move back in a moment. Yeah, let's move back. We're getting targeted. We don't want to get targeted. As you can see, as soon as I see 4 targets, I'm already running away, right? And now it's pulling those guys into the Murderball because they're not paying attention. And now I get to kill these guys, right? So now I go back into DPSing. Kill the cavalry unit. Cavalry unit's nice and healthy, so we can get our skill cycling up and then switch it over to this little poor mage guy here, and hopefully we get the hit. No, we don't. We're still in combat though, so let's try and get a time bomb on someone before they run away. I'm gonna cancel that. We got a time bomb on the left side, so let's put our Phoenix Eye right in front where these guys want to drop into. So they're going to take a massive 6k hit before even fighting us. They're trying to fight me, so I'm going to pull my troops back. Let's go like that. Press the Q button and do a big Shadow Blades. They're not even going to chase me anymore, because obviously this march can now go away. So if I press 1 and D, I'm just controlling this. I'm going to press 1 and put him in shift and 2 as well. That puts him in a separate group, so I can continue controlling just my mages now. And that is how you can separate groups. And that's the beauty of PC gameplay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of switcheroo. A bit more smoother than before. So let's now start grouping up with the guys. Hopefully waiting for these enemies, if you want to say, to step out of line a bit too much. Or I could consolidate and fight on the left side. I think I might going to do that as well. I prefer to fight on the left, so let's go and fight there. I don't see anyone else really on this left side at the moment, so yeah, let's go there. Let's push through now. These guys are taking big DPS marches. I'm going to focus the guys that are out of position right here on the right side. it's going to give me a good chance to get some great rage generation. As you can see, I've already got it up. And I'm doing some insane AoE nuking on these guys now. Insane. He's trying to run away. So now we target Cuddler, or we target Diehard, or we even target Lewis now, because Lewis is out of position. And as you can see, we move targets, guys. We always move targets. I'm trying to move targets in DPS. I've hit a amazing bit of what you call it there, a bit of AoE on the runaway, which is really good, and now it allowed me to now go back into DPSing. I'm gonna have to make my villain run in a second, but let's try and get another big AoE drop, which I do get to do right there, which was nice. And let's focus down this cavalry unit with the remainder of my mage units before they do die away, and press the magical D button. And now, because I've only got one march left, I'm going to just press 2, because 2 is the march to control Lilia. And let's just play with one march left now. And when these guys obviously go home, I can bring them back at full health. And we can continue, right? So I hope you guys enjoy the open field gameplay you can see on screen. I hope you enjoy the commentary as well of my thought process and retargeting and how I play the game. As well as my, obviously, big artifact hits. Obviously, I love the big artifact hits, guys. So, let's see how well we can do here with these troops. She is in the red, so I could be really cheeky and just run. But, yeah, I'm just gonna run and not waste any stamina, because it's better not to waste stamina, and then you can come back with full troops and obviously engage with a full 10, you know, full 100%, and then that stamina that you're going to use for that combat is, you know, full effectiveness, right? So we're going to watch what these guys have been doing on the left side, because in the middle now, they're trying to cut off our forces, but they're defending the cover off, while I've been obviously defending with my alliance here, the builders, right? So the builders are safe for now, so now they're trying to go back through the middle and trying to fight and kill us through here. So let's see how they are doing as an alliance. SS11 are pushing through. They are doing a good job of holding us off, basically, with the numbers they have on at the moment. As you can see, they're doing a great job of staying spread out. That's a really good thing you need to do as well at times. Even though we talk about being a murder ball, when you're playing like this, they need to be in murder balls, but like kind of like one murder ball like here. So say one here, they could have a second murder ball here, and then maybe like a third one here. And then by having those 3 little balls, you're able to like sandwich in and you move forward, right? And you pressure as like as an alliance, as a group. So let's see how they're going to tackle this. They are trying to push through the middle. It's not looking like it's going to happen this time, since Boogie did get killed, it looked like. And then the troops are now free, because if you've noticed, every time a whale dies, so that's either Ghost or either Boogie or a few others that are on screen, whenever one of those whales die, you'll notice the shift in tempo, as I'm going to call it, in the battlefield switch. So like, soon as like Boogie dies, a load of troops from TM move forward and start pressuring, because there's no risk of dying from Boogie now. But as soon as Boogie's back on the field, as you can see now, look, all the troops are starting to run away. They're trying to get away from him because they don't want him to take, you know, to take the life, basically. And that's why he brings the big AoE stun. That was a massive AoE stun, landed on 4 targets and giving him 2 free kills there for Boogie. Really good to play by him for the SS11 leader. As you can see now, we've got Mustafa trying to kill him with his archers, and they are going through, and he is tanking it, but he's tanking a load of people too from all directions here, but he is able to fend him off. But Boogie's mages are on the back line, dealing a mass amount of AoE to the guys in the back without them knowing. So let's see how this fight keeps progressing now. As you can see, the guys on the right side have finished almost defending what was this small push, so they're able to help focus down this central fight, right? And it's been an amazing experience so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying the fight so far. But that is me, MrSneakyy, with part 2 of the fight so far, and I hope you enjoy the video.